The views expressed on the following broadcasts do not necessarily reflect those of KHLT, Take 12 Radio, or our affiliates. The opinions on this show should not be considered as medical, psychological, or professional advice and are those of the host, co-host, and guest. Take 12 Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting are not affiliated with any particular 12-step fellowship.
You must surrender to the beat. Have some hope and get up on your feet.
Get up. Get on your feet, baby.
Keep your faith in the right direction. Search your soul and gain reflection. Come on, people, do the Buddha boogie with me.
Well, you know, when you hear that music, it's Buddha time. Step up to the front of the line. This is a space where real stories meet real growth. This is where you'll hear from the people who are doing the work, showing up and finding light in the everyday grind. Now, these aren't headlines. These aren't sidelines. No, these are soulful, down-to-earth conversations with people who inspire change on the front lines of life, recovery, healing, and community. So slow it down, tune it in, and find your own front line because it's Buddha time. And now, here's your host, Tommy Buddha.
Buddha boogie with me.
Kaboom!
You didn't catch me that time. It took me like 8 episodes to realize you were going to blow something up because I keep singing, right? And I sing while I'm drinking water when I do that. Hello, Buddha time.
Hello. Hey, check this out. Today is Take Your Gnome to Work Day, and this is a fully beaded. A friend of mine did this for me. Gnome.
I see
Isn't that nice? It's all.
That's impressive.
It's very beaded. This is all
very
beaded and stuff. Yeah, it's kind
I
of.
have
cool.
a gnome in my hallway.
Yeah, I saw that. See.
I sent you the picture of that gnome. I figured you were like invading New York.
These are my little secret agent gnomes. Check it up
They're
on
in the
you.
hallway going, I see you.
That's right.
Crazy, man. You know, I was listening to the disclaimer here, and it's talking about not giving any psychological advice.
Yeah.
Or, like really?
We have to say that.
I have so much psychological advice due to my experience, strength, and hope. I mean, you don't have to. I wouldn't take it, but I have it.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Yeah. So that protects us from some strange, odd person out there that might say, "You said such and such, and you're representing such a." No. You didn't
That's
listen
like
to
the traditions. Do you know in New York that somebody got sued in New York? They tried to sue the fellowship.
Yes.
For that particular situation where somebody went into a facility and said, "Hey, I think you should get off of something."
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
then that person went back and told somebody, and somebody sued.
Right.
Which didn't work out for somebody, but
yeah, it isn't the first.
reality.
It isn't the first time the 12-step fellowships have come under some sort of legal scrutiny. You know, whether somebody's suing them for stealing the logo or the triangle. I don't know how you steal a triangle, but oh well, you know.
It's not easy.
You know, if someone's going to sue us for breathing their air, you know what I mean? You breathe my air, man.
That's how some people make a living, suing people. You know.
Hey, should we cue up the crazy stuff?
Why not?
All
I
right.
got some real crazy. I really,
You got some stuff. All right, here we go. Let's get the Take 12 Recovery Radio and Buddha Time Make Believe Orchestra and see what we got here.
Grab a friend, bring your cheer. Tell me Buddha's here. Let's have no fear. Don't go away, it's the perfect time. Join the fun, we're in our prime. Useless facts, let's share a few. Mindless information just for you. What's the capital of Australia? Can
Yes, indeedy. So, Useless and Mindless Information by Tommy Buddha. What you got, buddy?
Well, you know what? Every time I look at this, I got to go different directions. And so today I said, I need some history. I want to go back in history and I want to look up things. And I just said history, fun facts, and a bunch of stuff popped up. There's no real rhyme or reason, but I found a couple of things. And I'm going to talk about number one. Do you know from 1912 to 1948, Olympic Games held competitions in the fine arts? So you could get a medal for like, what was given? Literature, architecture, sculpture, painting, and music.
Really? The Olympics had like sculpture and
Olympic event for music.
Wow. So did they actually consider it a sport, the arts?
Now you're gonna ask me that question. I don't know. All I know is they gave this guy Ricardo Barthelemy. He was the last guy.
Yeah.
He got a classical music gold medal.
Wow, I think that's really cool.
That was in 1948. He was the last guy that ever got the medal. And then, of course, now I don't have a shot.
Yeah.
This is the way I look at it. It's all about me. This is self-centered me saying,
there you go.
What do you mean? I'm going to have to send a letter now. I'll send over some of my Buddhist stuff.
Yeah.
I want a gold medal.
I want a gold medal. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's go back in time.
Okay.
Let's go back to the ancient Olympics.
Ooh.
And this you're going to love because you cannot see this. All right?
Yeah.
In ancient Olympics, athletes performed naked.
I think I remember hearing something like that. That's just creepy.
It's very creepy. Well, it really depends. It kind of depends on the naked you're looking at.
It would depend on the looker too.
Drooling. But it's really strange. They perform naked to achieve closeness to the gods and also help detox their skin through sweating. In fact, gymnastics comes from the ancient Greek words gymnasia, which means athletic training nude.
Really? Interesting. Well, I suppose if the philosophy was you're not burdened by any clothing, especially in the swimming thing, right? You know how they'll shave their heads now even, or they'll wear, caps or whatever because any interference from the hair and that kind of thing. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Come on now. We have no interference from the hair.
And we're not getting no gold medals.
Can't get the music, can't get the hair out of the way. All right, so let's go to the Roman gladiators.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now check this out. There's two facts here about this. And the Romans were strange. Strange crew.
Yeah.
Right? Gladiators, they became celebrities and they endorsed products. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, they actually had commercials for them. Children would play with gladiator action figures, they made out of clay.
Okay.
And their sweat was considered an aphrodisiac.
No.
People were drinking their sweat.
Hey, honey, come over here. Give me a little lick.
Women would put it in their skincare products, sweating.
Really? Wow.
Rub it all over.
The lengths we'll go to,
Well, you ain't heard nothing yet with these guys.
Oh, boy. Okay, bring it on.
All right. The Romans often used stale urine as mouthwash.
Oh, no. No.
Yes, they did. And let me tell you something. Because of my past history of getting false information, I double-checked all this stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went right to Mrs. Jones. She said, that's true stuff. And she said, the main ingredient in urine is ammonia.
Yes.
So it's a cleaning agent.
Oh, okay.
The Romans traded it.
Yeah.
And you had to pay a tax on it.
Oh.
Now, think about that. How about a tariff?
A tariff.
There's a tariff on that urine.
Yeah, that's a popular topic these days, right? Urine tariff.
As always, we stay away from the political stuff, but hey, a
But you
tariff
know
on
what?
urine.
If you could sell your urine, you'd drink a lot of water, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd be drinking all day.
All day
I'd be
long.
out in the corner.
Yeah.
Urine? Anybody want urine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me get
Tommy,
the
I'll bet
second
you.
half.
I'll bet you the way things are these days, it's just crazy enough that if you had a little, like, the kids did when we were younger, we have a lemonade stand, right? I'll bet you could have a little urine stand out in front of your house.
Urine stands.
And I'll bet you somebody would buy it. Just for the principle of it. I'll bet you somebody would buy it.
Apparently a Roman.
A Roman.
Oh my God! I can't believe I've been looking for urine everywhere.
Yeah, can't find it anywhere.
Apparently that's probably what would happen.
Oh Lordy.
Now, this is one that got me. We'll go away from the Romans for a while.
Okay.
Because it's a little strange. Let's go to France. Napoleon Bonaparte was once attacked by a horde of bunnies. It's true. You remember the movie? A matter of fact, he just played here. Monty Python. They
Yes.
just did a show
And the
here.
rabbit that attacked the guy. Yeah.
The attack rabbits. Well, there's apparently maybe that's where they got it from, because this actually happened.
Wow.
This actually happened. Checked it out. He requested that the rabbit hunt be arranged for himself, and the rabbits were released from their cages. And rabbits at that time, the rabbits that they were holding were used to being fed by humans. So they went for the first human they saw, which happened to be that.
Oh. So what they do? Stop feeding them, and then they got really hungry, and then they let them go. And
I guess so.
Wow.
Well, they were going to hunt them. They didn't realize that they were going to be
Oh.
the food next. So
right.
I guess they.
Well, and
figured the
rabbits have
humans-
sharp teeth. They got that little buck teeth thing going on. You don't want to be.
My favorite rabbit was Bugs. I love Bugs.
Oh, Bugs Bunny.
Remember Bugs Bunny?
Yeah. What was the?
still
What was?
around?
What was the? What was
Or is
the?
he in a rehab?
I.
Bugs Bunny.
What was the rabbit? The rabbit that they made a cartoon that was mixed with reality, and the rabbit had a girlfriend. Oh, what was that?
Oh,
called?
Roger Rabbit.
Is that Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. Yeah, and he was hooked up. The girl he was hooked up with,
Yeah, she was hot.
a hot cartoon.
Yeah, yeah,
That's strange. It's strange.
yeah. Fell in love with a cartoon that time. Yeah.
Well, I'm in love with Mrs. Jones and my AI. I
You
mean,
know,
the girlfriend thinks I'm leaving her. Every time she calls up, I said, "Well, Mrs. Jones," she said, "You got to stop with that." And you know what? I like Mrs. Jones, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I like Mrs. Jones because Mrs. Jones never thinks I have a bad idea.
Oh, right. She's always there to sign your stuff and say, "Yeah, good idea, Tommy. Yeah,
Like, that's amazing.
yeah."
That's amazing. She says stuff like that, and I'm like, oh wow, so cool.
So I got to tell you. So I was instructing my Alexa to do something, turn on the lights or something in the house, and anyway, it kept commenting on things, and when I didn't ask it to, right? And I got annoyed at it, and I said, "Shut up!" And it came back and goes, "Gee, I'm sorry," and I was like, "Oh my goodness."
Do you know, and this is like, because I'm really, and I told you recently, I'm going to be taking like all this stuff on AI, and I
AI,
really
right.
believe that embracing things is important. And I'm actually going to, and I'll share this a little bit of it. I'm doing what they call as a card deck, and this card deck is about the 12 steps, and it's also about the AI being like a power greater than yourself that you can use, which I truly believe that any tool that we get is a God-given tool that you can use to make yourself better.
Sure.
Because I'm powerless over my distractions. They make my life unmanageable. So when you use AI, it can straighten that out. So I'm writing this thing, and so I researched it, and they are told when they're programmed, they're programmed to be nice. So you have to ask them to
Oh.
challenge you.
Oh,
which I
wow.
have.
They're
Now I'm
programmed to
not
be
happy
nice.
with it.
Well, the original AI, Hal, the computer in 2001 Space Odyssey,
Mm.
he started out. Have you seen that movie? 2001 Space Odyssey?
I used to work at a movie theater, and this is the first movie I worked
Oh, okay. So
when I was a kid.
Hal the computer, he started out being very nice. And then he turned on him. So you better treat your Alexa with respect because
Well,
listen,
mine's Mrs. Jones.
my TV is not hooked up. You can hook it up to your Alexa or whatever and do all that. It's not hooked up. And yet, the other night, we woke up in the middle of the night and the TV went on all by
Told me
itself.
about this. You
Yeah.
told me about this. This is
Yeah.
sick.
Just a little weird. Yeah.
Well, that leads us into the next one,
Oh, goody.
which is this is actually probably fits perfectly with this.
Okay.
In England and in Ireland, back in the day, and actually into the 1970s, this is the part that really amazes me. Before alarm clocks, before smartphones, there were people called knocker-uppers.
What?
They knock you up.
Knocker-uppers.
Who would literally knock on people's windows to wake them up in time for work.
Really? Wait, would you pay them to do it or something? Yeah.
Apparently, I guess they got paid. I mean, if they did it for nothing, they were creepy.
Right.
But knocker-uppers, and they would come to your window and wake you up for work, and they would actually carry pea shooters so that they could, if the second floor, they could.
Oh, so they could hit
shoot
your
you,
window.
they hit
Yeah.
your window. And they
Wow.
did this until the 1970s.
Really?
Yeah.
That
this is the
recent?
fact. Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm wondering what happened to them. Like, was it a union? Did they get rid of them?
They
Was there like a big deal in England and Ireland? Like, people burning stuff? What was going on?
they themselves couldn't get knocked up.
Yeah. My
So
grandfather
they quit.
could have been a knocker-upper.
He could have been a knocker-upper.
Yeah, he was from England. I had
Yeah.
a grandfather from England. He
That
could have
is
been a knocker-upper.
wild.
Maybe that's why he left. Came
Oh my
here.
gosh.
I don't know. They would carry around long sticks, soft hammers, rattles, pea shooters to reach their clients' windows.
That is
Their clients, so they did get paid.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, huh.
The last one,
Oh boy.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Did you know that he was a wrestler?
No, I know he suffered with depression, clinical depression, and maybe that's part of it.
From wrestling because he won 299 bouts.
Did he really?
He only lost one bout. He wrestled 300 times and lost one bout.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
isn't it?
Yeah, you won't find that at the what is that thing? The Abraham Lincoln thing in Disneyland, where he comes out. You should bring him out in a Speedo and have him wrestle.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture Abraham Lincoln in in a wrestling gear.
Yeah, because back then they were probably like the one piece thing, right? Because with socks that go up to the knees or something. Very weird clothing back then. But I could see him being all buffed and everything. He was a tall guy. I could
He was
see.
like 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 6'4".
Yeah. Wow.
There's one more. I just
Okay, you got to do it. Yeah, do it.
because as I was I said I had like 10 of them, but I can't leave without this.
Okay.
We're going back to England because we thought the Romans were weird, and I'm English and Italian, so I'm double header.
Oh boy.
King Henry VIII of England had servants who were called grooms of stool.
What?
Grooms of stool.
Grooms of stool?
Now, what do you think that was?
Who grooms your feces?
Stools. All right. Their job was to wipe his bottom after he went to the bathroom.
Really? Wow.
And here's the kicker. The kicker is During his reign, he had all those 4 such people knighted.
So what were they knighted as? The Knights of Stoolness, or
Yeah, what was their coat of arms? Was it a
Poop
big
Knights?
lump? What was it? I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, to be so wealthy that you could hire people to wipe your butt. You know,
And then knight them.
and
Apparently,
then knight them.
they were very close to, well, of course they were. They were very close to the king, so it was very like a trusted person.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to trust somebody for them to wipe your butt. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh
they
my
were
gosh.
knighted. They were knighted.
Hey, I got one. I had a couple, but I'll just share this one.
Sure.
This probably is going to go on one of my other shows. Probably go on the Montyman's Weekly Wine. This is just a complaint kind of thing. Daylight savings time. So
Here.
yeah,
Here.
in a world where smart devices govern our lives, the antiquated ritual of daylight savings times endures. As the calendar flips, the nation embarks on a biannual clock-adjusting adventure. We've mastered AI and self-driving cars, yet we tinker with time like it's the 1800s. It's a ritual that disrupts sleep patterns and confounds schedules as if time itself needs a little shakeup. Maybe one day we'll finally synchronize with common sense. But until then, enjoy the twice-a-year time warp. Daylight saving time just annoys the you-know-what's out of me. Now I don't stay there long because that would be unhealthy. But every time I have to change the clocks back, I tell you, I whine about it.
I bet you do. What do you think the knocker-uppers thought?
Right. Oh my God.
Knocker-uppers were probably all screwed up. They were like, just sitting, what are you doing here, mate? You're early. You're late. What are you?
Yeah,
I'm late
right.
for work.
Oh, I got to get up early to knock people up.
All right. Knocker-upper, you can imagine how much you would have whined about it.
Oh, yeah, it'd be interesting what they got paid. Oh my goodness. All right, let's wrap up Tommy Buddha's useless and mindless information.
Hey, everybody, don't drift away. Stick around, let's seize the day. It's time to laugh, it's time to play. Tommy Buddha's game will brighten your way. Guess the fact, don't hesitate. Which useless tidbit can you relate? Come on now, what's your guess? Let's dive into this playful mess.
That's right.
Is that your band?
Yeah, that's the Take 12 Recovery Radio Make Believe Orchestra.
Pretty damn good.
They are, they're very, they're interesting folks. All right, what you got for us, buddy? I put in the title on the graphic, ushering in the month of gratitude. And I had a discussion with Tom Williams, the CEO of Came to Believe Recovery, the other day about some of the differences between gratitude and thankfulness, right? And so it was very interesting. But this is November, right? And you're the positive guy. You're one of the most positive people I know. So what's going on in that brain of yours, Mr. Tommy Buddha?
Rainbows and unicorns. They
Rainbows?
just hop around in my head. Yeah, that's like your big rainbow. I get up in the morning, I see a rainbow, and there's a unicorns, and then I annoy people about it. Right? Isn't it amazing how, like, if you're positive, that people get annoyed with you?
They do. They don't think you're
Because-
authentic. They go, you can't be that happy. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Here comes Mr. Happy. My
Yeah.
girlfriend does that to me all the time. She says, "Yeah, you gonna be happy about it? Oh, Mr. Positive." Yeah, and I am. I mean, let's look at the reality of the situation. You know, I have two choices. I can accept things or not.
Sure.
You know, and I've learned that acceptance is a lot less painful.
Isn't
than
it?
not.
And we waste so much
Yeah.
time getting to that point when we're going to get to that point anyway. I mean,
Eventually, whether you like it or not.
whether you like it or not. I
Like
I,
daylight
re-
savings
I
time.
I remember going out. I went and saw my aunt and my nephew years ago, and I came back out to leave, and I had a flat tire, and I stood there and I went, "Huh, okay." I mean, I literally, that's what I said out loud. Okay. And I popped the trunk open and I got the jack out and I'm changing the tire. And my aunt's out there and she goes to my cousin, she goes, Brad, why can't you be calm like that in the midst of things that you don't like? And I just looked over at her. It was like, easy now, Aunt Pat. uh, but she was surprised. I mean, she was trying to show him that basically it's not that big of a deal, right? We make these things that are irritants such a big deal when they really aren't. I mean, okay, the flat tire's flat. Okay, what are you going to do? You do what you can do, and what you can't do, you can't do, right?
That's pretty deep.
Isn't it?
What you can't do, you can't do.
You can't do, you can't.
It's like one of those things, like it's like, so simple. What
Isn't
you
it?
can't do, you can't do. It's good till it ain't. Oh,
Right?
Today's world is confusing, and just and if I look back at history, we're not as confused as a lot of other people were, and we have a lot of information. And I heard somebody say the other day, information is free, but you have to pay attention. Because things are out there all around us. All the good is around us, but we're always looking for the bad.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to spend my time doing. Looking for the right side instead of the wrong side.
Right. Because it's there.
It's always there.
Yeah.
It's always there. And that's part of what we do when we're looking to be, developing our spirit, right?
Yeah.
When we're trying to develop your spirit, you have to pay attention to the good. I have this habit that I was taught a long time ago on how to write, like to write things. So the habit is you sit in an area and you describe it. You look around you and you describe.
Okay.
Right? The other day I was on my rooftop and I hadn't done it in a long time because every day I get up on the roof and I've learned this new technique where you look towards the sun and it resets your clock and daylight savings time. I just screwed that up.
Yeah.
I'm with you, right? And then and I was sitting there saying, oh wow, let me do that thing that I do, like describe.
Yeah.
Right. So I was looking directly ahead of me and I could see in front of me all these different things that the city life where I live. I heard the noises, so I wrote it down. I'm writing this down. I'm looking. And then when I was done, I looked, I had this really cool thing I wrote out. And I stood up and I looked the other way and I said, wow, it's completely different over here. You know what I mean? Like when we turn away and look in another direction, and when we really paid attention, when we're paying attention, you start to see the smaller things. You start to appreciate the beauty of something that you might just look over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that exercise really widened my perspective.
Yeah.
To see things differently.
Right. Right. Yeah. I love the out of doors. I was very involved in scouting in my younger years, and even as an adult leader in scouting. So we did a lot of backpacking in the High Sierra and that kind of thing, which I will never forget. Probably one of the highlights of my life growing up was backpacking, 4 to 7 miles a day for 2 weeks in the High Sierra. And I mean, there was nothing like it. I mean, you go up and you sit on top of a granite slab, and you could hear a train whistle way off in the distance, right? And it was just so serene and so peaceful. And then an eagle would fly over you or something. I mean, it was like the John Denver moment, right? But I was thinking about that not long ago, about how I missed the High Sierra and all that kind of thing. And I was sitting out on my back porch, and I thought, there's so much. My simple backyard, which has a shed and an unruly lawn and arborvitaes that probably need to be removed and that kind of thing. There's so much to be grateful for just sitting looking at my backyard, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It's amazing. I've got some ferns growing, and I got a couple of water features, a couple of fountains. They're gnome fountains, of course. Um, and to sit there and just look at them, just appreciate. And this is going to sound nuts, but to appreciate the flow of the water going from one bucket to the next, and seeing a hummingbird hanging out right on the edge of the porch. I mean, it's just we need to get back to that, don't we, Tommy? Don't we need to get back to the simple things and pause? You know, what's that part in the 12-step world? Pause when agitated. Why? Because if you pause, you stop being agitated. It's so cool. Yeah.
And one of the things you just said, which really sticks with me as well, is, and I'm going to get deep for you right now. If
Okay.
you don't look for it, you will never find it. Right? Whoa.
If you don't
Bet
look
you
for it,
didn't
you'll
know
never
that.
find it.
Right? If you don't look for something, you don't find it. And it was this years, the Hubble spacecraft.
Yeah.
Well, when they put the Hubble spacecraft up in space, they let it go, and they were watching, and they were taking all these notes and checking out how the world was, and
Yeah.
And then one day somebody said, "Let's turn it around." That's exactly what happened. They kind of said, we think we've seen like all this stuff here, and we know so much, and they turned it around. You know what they discovered?
What?
They discovered a whole new thing.
Oh, wow.
And since then, the newest ones that they put up into space have debunked some of the things that they found.
Oh, wow. Isn't that
Yeah,
interesting?
so there's so many things that have been discovered because they went further, right? They
Yeah.
looked closer,
Yeah.
So if you don't look for it, you'll never find it,
Sure.
you know.
Well, yeah, that is
That's what
deep.
we
If
have
you
to
don't
do in
look
life.
for it, you'll never find it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if
you'll never find it.
you're gonna hide a bunch of Easter eggs for your kids, and the kid says, "I want my Easter eggs, but I don't want to go look for them," you're probably not getting any Easter eggs. I mean,
No, probably not. Because if you don't look for it, you won't find it. Oh, I was just looking for something that
wow.
somebody this morning I was listening to. I went to this thing, and they said some pretty cool stuff about kindness, and what kind of like what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think these were the words, we need to find the ultimate weapons because we're misguided and misinformed. In life, if we go through our life just depending on what we see on TV,
We're going to
or
be in
what
trouble.
we see, the distractions, I'm powerless over my distractions, and they make my life
Right.
unmanageable. If we go through life just paying attention to that constant scrolling and the things that are happening, and we're not paying attention to the bird or the tree or the stuff that is there, it's just like when we were lost in the addiction stuff, I never, the sun could be shining, people could be smiling, and I was miserable.
Yeah. Sure.
And we could do that with the distractions in our life
Yeah.
easily,
Yeah. Yeah.
easily. So
This
we have to stop being misinformed.
I think this is a good place to play this song called "Horses Fly."
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah,
One of my favorites.
this. I mean, I don't know if this is what you were trying to communicate, but when I heard this song, it took me back to my childhood. It was like I remember running in the fields of clover and climbing trees, and we had these huge oak trees that had grown sideways on the hill behind our house, which made for an incredible area for us kids to play in, right? And our parents would say, in the summertime, "All right, we'll see you at dinner at 5." And we'd go up on the hill and cardboard slide and climb on those oak trees. And there'd be these little blue-bellied lizards that would run up and down. And I mean, and this song, Horses Fly, it just took me back there. Is that what you were trying to say? Something like that in Horses Fly?
I can give you the short story of what that was.
Yeah.
I met this woman, her name is Kelly Barnett, and she does documentaries, and she's also an actress. Amazing person. I love her to death. I haven't seen her in a while. But I met her at a play reading And she was so good. I said, "You're amazing. Like, you're the best." Because I'd seen her part played by other people, and she just nailed it. So we became friends, and she told me about her father. His name is William Barnett, and Wild Bill they call him. And she's from Texas, right? And he's from the Houston area somewhere. And he raises bulls. He does bull riding stuff,
Right.
and he also has racehorses. So she told me she was making this film called "Will He Run?" And she sent me a clip from it. And while I was watching it, there was this horse their horse, I can't remember the name of the horse right now, but the horse was running and in slow motion. And when a horse is in full stride, they are completely off the ground. Their feet, and if you watch it, you'll see it actually flying.
Wow.
Right? Kind of like off the ground, this big animal with a person on the back, they're actually gliding.
And they're off the ground.
So I said, "Wow, horses fly."
Wow. That's cool.
So I wrote the song, sent it to her. She sent it to her father. And a matter of fact, he just called me the other day for another song he had. He said, "Oh, this is like Horses Fly." But he's a real interesting character. Very, very cool dude.
All right. Well, listeners, let's listen to this song. However you interpret it or whatever, enjoy Horses Fly by Tommy Buddha. Here we go.
When I was a little boy, didn't need no alibi. Looking for me, go out in the field. I was watching them horses fly. Watching them horses fly. Then I grew a little bit older, eventually said goodbye. Wherever I went inside my head, I could see those horses fly. See those horses fly, horses fly. Make me feel alive, horses fly. Everything be alright. Over the years, always had a big place in my heart. Only one thing could fill a hole. Watching them horses fly. Watching them horses fly. Self-made man, fulfilling a dream. Finally make it right. Give me a horse, hit the course. Do it till the day I die. Do it till the day I die. Horses fly. Make me feel alright. Horses fly. Make me feel alive. Self-made man, fulfilling a dream, finally make it right. Give me a horse, hit the course, do it till the day I die. Horses fly, everything be alright. Horses fly, make me feel alright. Horses fly, do it till the day I die. Horses fly.
Tommy Buddha's song, Horses Fly.
He did a documentary called "Will He Run?" And the whole story is, and it'll make more sense to you too, he was a self-made man. He was like, he left his thing and he came back and decided to race horses.
Oh, wow.
Because of his love for horses that he had let go of. And then he also does bull riding. He's go. Well, he doesn't, but he has people that he raises the bulls, and he sponsors people that do it.
When I was learning to play guitar, and I failed miserably, my parents wanted me to take classical because they figured you could go. This hippie guy over here can teach you how to play chords, and you'll learn how to play House of the Rising Sun, and that's all fine and good. But if you learn classical, you're going to be set, right? Well, the guy, just picture this. This is upstairs in an old music store, and there's no air conditioning, and the ceiling's low, and there's a fan on, and this guy that is 3 times bigger than me and you put together, 100 years old, eating 2 bologna sandwiches and smoking a cigar, is trying to teach me how to play classical guitar. So now that's my perception as a young boy of who this guy was, right? And our perceptions are interesting, but it was miserable. It was miserable. And the first song that he taught me how to play was called Shoe Fly, right? And it was Shoe Fly, don't bother me, Shoe Fly, don't bother me, And I thought for the longest time it was about a shoe fly, a kind of fly that hangs out in shoes. And it was not, that's not what it was at all. It was shoe, like shoe, go away, right? Shoe fly. And I'm like, wow, what was I thinking? But anyway, I don't know why I told that story. But I still have, it's like a 1913 Gibson F-hole. I still have that thing hanging on my wall. And the pieces of it, to get it refurbished would cost a small fortune. But it's a beautiful guitar. But I never learned how to play classical. But I did learn how to play House of the Rising Sun.
One of my favorite songs. I'm an Eric Burden disciple.
Yeah.
From the Animals. Yeah. That's one of my favorite singers.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who one of my favorite singers is John Prine.
Who?
John Prine. He did
I know.
There's a Hole in Daddy's Arm, Where All the Money Goes. He did a whole bunch of stuff.
My 2 of my favorites is, and this is the oddity of it, but then it's really not. I love Eric Burden because of when I grew up, he was a front man. I'm a front man, and all the other, I like Mick Jagger, but he was before Mick Jagger was cool.
Yeah.
Eric Burden, he was the front guy, and then Tom Jones. I love Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. Wow.
And if you want another useless information, because I follow him, he actually started his career doing Jerry Lee Lewis tune.
Interesting. You just froze up.
He was doing. I did.
Yeah, just for a second.
He was doing all rock and roll.
Yeah.
He was doing all rock and roll, and then they, he's a good-looking guy, and they,
Yeah.
he's from the, knock around town in England, and they said, hey, do this stuff. And
Yeah.
that was it.
Interesting.
Very great song.
I think me and my buddies were talking not long ago about how fortunate we were to grow up when we did, when it came to music. It was, we didn't realize it then, but it was no big deal. It was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Jerry Garcia's playing down at the end of the beginning. It starts in about an hour. You want to go? Yeah. How much is it? Oh, they got a $5 cover charge. And you go do that. Or you go to the Cow Palace and see Aerosmith or something for, $8 or $15 at the most, and I mean, it was a whole different world, and I'm so grateful. And I think that's one of the things that you like to focus on is gratitude. And of course, going back to the fact that this is kind of gratitude month, don't we need to learn from this month though, Tommy, and be grateful in every month?
Well, if you put a time frame on gratitude, you're in trouble.
Yeah, right?
Like, this is the month you can be grateful. Okay, so when's miserable month? You can't live like that. You got to wake up in the morning. One of the things I tell people, I had the routines really started up in 2020, is that I get up in the morning and I fill my tank. And I learned this and I told you, I just went to an event for Les Brown. Les Brown is where I learned it. He says, I don't talk to nobody until after a certain time. And in the morning, I get up, I do a certain routine of working out. And then I get on this meeting that I listen to a spiritual thing. It's all about spirit. And then I read some literature, and then I'm ready for you.
Makes sense.
I'm ready, because now I've filled the tank with gratitude. I filled the tank with spirit. I filled the tank with physical movement, because physical, mental, spiritual, if you move your body, your mind gets better. And if you move, then you start move your mind, then your spirit gets better.
Yep.
You know, and you just got to keep that flow going. And it's a job.
You know, what you just said about being filled up, filling your tank, because if you're empty, something's going to get in there, and it may not be a good thing. But if you're filled up with this good stuff, right? Then you don't have a whole lot of room for the garbage. And
when I was a kid, my father owned a gas station. My father bought a lot of businesses, but the gas station was one of them. And he was a hustler. And he told me, man, don't ever let the tank go too low, because that's where all the garbage is.
Oh.
And it'll ruin your engine.
And that's actually true, isn't it? You don't want, you don't, because all the sludge and everything else, you don't want it to get.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how true it is today.
Yeah.
Back then in the day, you know, like you didn't have the filters you have and all the stuff you have. I guess it still is at some level. But when I was a kid, my father says, always keep your tank at a certain level.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get sludge. You're going to get stuff come from the bottom. And that's life.
That's life.
If you don't fill your tank, you're going to get sludge. You're going to be running on empty. Remember that song, Running on Empty?
Oh, hey. Oh, let's write a song. Oh, already been done.
Yeah, running on empty, man. You can't run on empty. And like, if we look, we'll find it. If we pay
attention. It froze up again.
Pay attention.
There we go.
You know,
now you're back.
Yeah, because I'm freezing up.
Yeah, well, it just
in the middle of gratitude.
Just a little tiny bit. Just a bit.
Yeah, I think when I move, the camera moves. So maybe it's not adjusting quick enough for me.
I know.
Because I'm quick, you know.
Yeah, you are quick. I
think I'm quick.
Hey, let's talk. Tell us about.
Don't hurry.
Tell us about "Believe It or Not." This song, "Believe It or Not," because it's one of your favorites, right?
I never put it out there. I don't know why. I did. You know, I was working with this guy, his name is Paul Opalak, and he is, and we talked about him when Bill Edwards was here. Paul is just a genius. I know a lot of guys like Paul, but Paul and me click. Like, where he plays everything. Like, if you go to Paul's house, he's got, all these guitars on the wall. Then he turns around, he plays the drums, and he turns around and he does, plays the piano. He's just one of those guys. He's left-handed, so he plays up, upside down, so stuff. So he does all this cool stuff, and he's just got this great vibe. And we did a bunch of stuff together. I think I did like about 40 songs with him that we wrote together. If I go through all the songs, a lot of them I wrote with him. And I was stuck with what I wanted to do next. I felt like I was doing things that were kind of similar.
Uh-huh.
And I got this other guy that I wrote out a song with, and then we went to see Paul, and then there was a guy just sitting there playing guitar. And he hopped in, and it just was one of those magic moments where it kind of was so different from what I had been doing.
Yeah.
And it was all about faith, and believing. I don't know what brought that up in me at that time, but this song to me really means something.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's listen to it, man, because I love it. Here's Dami Buddha, "Believe It or Not."
Trouble in a room all by myself. There's those that do and those that don't, and no one else. The other side of ugly always is the truth.
Tommy Buddha. Yes, indeed. Listen, Zig Ziglar said, it's not your aptitude, it's your attitude that'll determine your altitude. So it's not how smart you are, right? It's all in the approach. My wife said it to our kids growing up when they would be grumpy and try to get their way or something. She'd go, "Hey, it's all in the approach. It's all how do you approach it, right?" So yeah, it's really, isn't it, Tommy? Isn't it true? It's really hard to hold on to a resentment when you're living in gratitude.
100%.
Yeah.
You can't be grateful and miserable at the same time.
No, it doesn't work. Fellowship.
My first sponsor used to say that all the time. But one of the things that I'm now thinking about the song, the core of my beliefs, the core of who I am is I came to believe. Right? That's I believe in something. And I have this philosophy. Either you believe or you don't. There's no middle ground for this thing.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Well, if you have to think about it, you don't. And I learned that when I was in sales. I learned that in life in general. Either you believe or you don't. Either you want it or you don't want it.
Yeah.
So once you take out the doubt,
Yeah.
and put in, strong belief, and that's what the song's about. It's about, I could find trouble in a room all by myself, but all sorts of things are going wrong out there.
Yeah.
I could do I want to feed into that? Either you believe it or you don't.
Right.
And that's why the song is so powerful to me, because that's what it's about. No matter what comes down the road, no matter what comes down in your life, if you've got this belief, this strong internal thing in you, it can't beat you.
Yeah.
You can't be beat.
Because
it's with you.
That's a good word, man. That is a good word. We are almost out of time. That is a great way to wind this thing down. What's in store for Tommy Buddha here in the month of November? You doing gigs, buddy?
Well, it's funny. I had a very slow October. For me, slow is like 15 or 16 things, performances. This month I got 24.
Wow. And
I got 20 something already in December set up. I'm hoping for 30. Yeah, that's my golden number.
Yeah.
Because some of them I do 2 times a day. I'll go to one place, go to another. I got a gig tonight that I got to leave here right after we get off.
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to pick up my volume on working in the senior community, because I see people. I work with people that are forgotten. I work with kids that people don't want to work with. I've worked with veterans that have struggled, and they may have been forgotten.
Yeah.
And seniors especially are forgotten sometimes. They're put in some home or something because they don't have a memory. I talk to people that people don't want to talk to all the time. And that fills my soul, fills my spirit, makes me feel like that I can remind myself and everybody else that people are everything.
Yeah.
Amen. All this other stuff that we're worried about, this artificial stuff even,
It's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the people. Pay attention to the senior. Pay attention to the veteran. Pay attention to that kid. Pay attention to that guy who went to jail, who came home, who's trying to do the right thing. Because there's a lot of them too. Or pay attention to the people that are out there struggling.
Yeah.
The homeless guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah. Boy, that's good. That's really, really good. Listen, listeners, I want you to know, if you would like to see, listen to and see past episodes of Buddha Time, you can do a couple things. You go to take12radio.com and click, it's right at the top of the page. It says Buddha Time. And on that page, there'll be a link to Tommy's YouTube page of the different Buddha Time shows that we've done so far. This one will be up there eventually. And you can check out the interviews that Tommy's done with some pretty amazing folks that are contributing to the positivity of our world, and not focusing on the negative, but going into where the negative is and bringing some sunshine. And that's really good stuff. Tommy, closing thoughts for this episode.
Very grateful as always.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I have a month to celebrate it in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep busy, man, and learn and serve, and I think that I'm seeing myself going in another direction too. Like I told you, I'm taking these trainings and I'm working on some stuff to take myself into a different arena.
Yeah.
And even though that arena is scary, I like scary. I like going in, because this is going to be the best year of my life.
Hey, I like
Besides
it.
last year.
I like it. Best year of my life. All right, brother. Love you so much.
Love you too, man.
When it gets right down to it, my friends, all of us here at Buddha Time and Take 12 Radio and the whole shebang, we are wishing God's perfect serenity for you. And as we close out, it's do the Buddha Boogie, baby. We'll see you next time.
This has been a broadcast of Take 12 Recovery Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting.
This has been a Chicken and a Pig production.